We've got Mr. David Adams from Cavendish Rentals, who has added a whopping £350,000 in additional revenue to his business since last November. Now, that is a number well worth bragging about, David. How pleased are you about that?
Yeah, very pleased. I'm quite surprised, actually, to be honest, because it's all happened since November last year. So not even a year. Amazing.
You must feel like really proud and pleased and excited at the same time, because I know for you it's only the start of the journey, isn't it?
To be honest, it's amazing. 1 year ago, we hadn't even gone to Agent Rainmaker live, and I don't think we could imagine making that additional money in the business. So yeah, it's phenomenal, to be honest. It really is.
You're a successful business. It's not like you were broke or destitute or on the street or anything like that. You had a really successful business to start off with. And most people in that situation with a business that's been around for generations, there's a temptation to think, well, you know what, we know everything. We've been doing this a long time. We know what we're doing. What on earth made you step out of that bubble and come and look for something different?
Yeah, well, we were basically just bobbing along with sort of no course of direction. Just we were doing okay, we were surviving, but there was a parallel Cavendish Rentals that perhaps didn't take action last November, and they're not doing great at the moment because landlords are selling. We are hemorrhaging stock, and landlords are getting out of the market, but we've using the tactics that we've taken on in the last year. We've replenished the stock, and we've increased our revenue massively without taking on any more landlords.
It's amazing. Absolutely fantastic. 350,000 without taking on any more landlords. That's just absolutely phenomenal. To tell me, what was the first thing that you sort of changed? How did you have that sort of money?
So the first thing we did was we wrote to all our landlords and told them that their monthly fees were going up. So we increased our monthly margins. And I can tell you, we wrote to 500 landlords. And out of 500 landlords, we had 6 people that had something to say about it, and we didn't lose a single one.
That's like 1%.
Yeah, I can tell you, sending that letter out, it was very nerve-wracking. We did it on a Friday. We did it by post as well, so that people can reply via email after a glass of wine on a Friday night and kick off. So if they wanted to have something to say about it, they had to take action. They had to pick up the phone, or they had to open the computer up and contact us. But yeah, we had 1% of people had something to say, and we didn't lose a single person.
I know you didn't stop there. I heard you started building some funnels. You've done all sorts of amazing things. Tell me what you've been doing.
This time last year, I had no idea what a funnel was. I'd never even heard of one, to be very honest with you. And the reality is we've now got 5, in fact. We've got 4 that generate landlords, and 1 that actually stops tenants calling us, which is one of my favorites, to be honest.
I'll bet, yeah.
So yeah, we've got a funnel that brings us landlords that are in trouble, and they're basically non-compliant. So that's our compliant webinar for let-only landlords. We've got 2 landlords that work together. One which brings us landlords who want to buy tenanted properties, and another one that brings us landlords who want to sell tenanted properties. So you put them together, a bit like a dating service. So that's funnel 2 and 3, and then the 4th funnel is a let-only webinar funnel. So we've actually got our first webinar in about a month's time.
You're at the helm of an old established business, been around for a long time, and a lot of people think about the change element. How did you find that? Because that's really difficult for many business owners to get that embedded with the team and the staff and the board of directors and that sort of stuff. How did you cope with that? How did you do that?
To be honest, the most difficult thing was actually just doing it. So when we'd actually made the decision, we're like, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to throw the switch. We're going to change our direction. Then the momentum just picked up pace, and not everyone came on the journey with us. We've lost staff, but we've taken on new staff. We've now got less staff than we ever had, but we're doing more than we ever had. So outsourcing, streamlining, automating, and I'd say we've got the best team that we've ever had, in fact. So we picked up a lot of A players.
One of the key things that we've identified in this market is the most successful businesses that have massive growth tend to have less staff. So that demonstrates clearly that less is more, and you're living, eating, sleeping proof of that, which is absolutely phenomenal, David. So what next? Where are we going? What's the plan?
we haven't done our webinar yet. So Gemma has actually brought us about, I think it's just under 1,000 landlord leads in the last few months. So she literally backs up a truck to our office, a virtual truck full of landlord leads every single day. So the team are ringing them every single day. We're on day 3 today, and we've already converted 55 people into our webinar. So the team are on fire. So we're on a massive pace at the moment, trying to fill our webinar. We're going to then deliver that, try and convert some let only landlords on our books, and then who knows? I mean, we bought one of our competitors earlier this year. We'd quite like to do a bit more of that, to be honest. So acquisitions, more webinars, more funnels. Let's go.
Just don't stop. Just don't stop. Just keep going. And it's quite a thing, actually, that once you start on this trajectory, there is no end, because there's always something to do. And I think it's that mindset from no, we know everything, to maybe we don't. And I think once you open that door and realize that actually there's so much you can do, there is always so much you can do, and it never, ever ends. David, you're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us here today.